Hi, good day everyone, and welcome to Teaching Law South Africa. I am Dylan Malinofi, the creator and the host of this channel. Please keep in mind that the content I share here on is strictly meant for information purposes. Seeing that this is my first video, I thought what better way to introduce myself than to start with a brief introduction to South African company law. So I do plan on keeping this video short. So the format of this video will start with company law in relation to the law of business entities. Secondly, I will look at the role players of a company, and then we will conclude with the legal nature of a company. So company law can be labeled as the law of business entities. I usually find it easier to describe company law in this manner as the area of law itself relates to all aspects of business entities. So, when speaking of business entities, it's important to note that the Companies Act 71 of 2008 allows for the incorporation of various business entities in South Africa. An important distinction can be made between these various types of businesses, and this is that we can incorporate non-profit companies as well as profit companies. So when we're looking at profit companies, we have personal liability companies, state-owned companies, public companies, as well as private companies. I've also included the abbreviations of these companies. So, for example, when looking at non-profit companies, their names end in NPC. When we're looking at personal liability companies, their names will end in INC or incorporated. When we are looking at state-owned companies, we are looking at SOC Ltd, public companies Ltd, and then private companies are your PTY Ltd. So another area of interest that came about with the introduction of the 2008 Companies Act is that the Act no longer allows for the creation of closed corporations, which are abbreviated as CC. But a whole video detailing that could appear on this platform in some time in the future, as I think that we need a video specifically dedicated to that. We've dealt with the various types of companies that can be incorporated. So let's look at the various role players of a company. So the role players of a company relate to those individuals who have a key interest in the company. For example, the directors are responsible for the managing of the company. The shareholders mostly benefit from the company and can also play a role in decision making of the company. And then the other key stakeholders, which are those other parties who have an interest in the business of the company. So these include your employees, your company creditors, and the greater community. Interestingly, the environment can be shown to also be a key stakeholder to a company, but this is usually discussed when we are looking at the various principles of corporate governance. So, company law, in essence, is the interaction amongst these various role players, how they interact with the internal rules of the business and the various statutes, all for the purpose of creating company wealth and value. So let's dive into the legal nature of a company. So a company is a juristic person incorporated in terms of the company law of that country. In this case, we are dealing with the Companies Act 71 of 2008. An important key feature of a company is that it takes on a separate legal identity, which is independent from its directors and shareholders. Secondly, a company can enter into juristic acts on its own, for example, purchasing property, but cannot, however, perform natural acts such as entering into a marriage. Although, when you do look at it, mergers kind of do seem like marriages. But anyway, a company must act through its agents, which are the members, directors, and shareholders of the company. So that's it for today. Thank you all for watching the video. Please share your support by sharing this video or perhaps dropping a like and comment. The channel is called Teaching Law SA and is meant to be informative. So if you have any queries, the email address is on screen. Once again, I am the creator and the host of the channel. My name is Dylan Malenafi, and thank you so much for watching.